Well, Sam Kimmerle, great to have you here at the Blister Summit. And by the way, really fun skiing today.
Yes.
That was fun. And, we're here to talk a little bit about Forefront and some of the current stuff that you guys have going on. And, we caught up, I think it was around August this past year, and we did a Gear 30 conversation talking about some of the shifts happening around Forefront. And so people can check out that conversation, but I'd be very interested in hearing from you how it's been going since August and how this winter has been treating you.
Totally, yeah. It was a scary summer for ordering and production and the uncertainty of what was to come for the ski season, but we had an epic winter. We had probably the first year that we felt really, really good and dialed as a direct-to-consumer company. The first year that people know that our .com is the spot to get the skis, and that learning curve was ended this year. A lot of really great reviews and experiences from our customers throughout the past couple months, and winter started a little slow in a lot of places, but now that we're up and running, we had an incredible season, and people are stoked on the skis this year.
Okay, so we're going to do this particular summit conversation a little different because we're bringing in you and then Nick Africano. And then I think there's going to be an appearance by Hoji himself if his sled doesn't break down and he doesn't miss an entire Blister Summit panel. So I'm not holding my breath, but it will be cool if we make that happen, right?
Yeah, Eric, we need you on this one, buddy. Don't come up short this time.
But your role here now is to talk about this ski, the Switch. So what should we know about this?
So the Switch is a brand new ski for this year. After talking with our team and kind of seeing where the direction of our sport is going right now, we felt that we needed to kind of shift away from the Vandal and make a ski that's a little more capable, but still very freestyle minded. So we took a lot of the things that we loved about the Vandal and a lot of the things that we loved about the Devastator and kind of combined them to make a freestyle-oriented all-mountain ski. So kind of how we've been seeing our customer base and our athletes going is expanding their tricks and freestyle vision of the mountain outside of the terrain park and wanting a ski that you can take a lift all the way to the top of the mountain, ski all the way down, and have a blast the entire time. Whether you're skiing glades or powder or some moguls or groomers, people seem to want to be able to enjoy the experience from top to bottom now, not just hot lap the park. So it's a full twin tip ski, camber underfoot, early rise in the tip and tail, but very all mountain capable. So whether you're buttering around rollers on groomers or popping off side hits, or enjoying some fresh snow, like the ski is very capable, but definitely freestyle oriented.
Now I'm going to ask you the tough question.
All right.
I want to hear you talk about the Vandal, because you mentioned kind of Vandal and Devastator. How would you have talked about the differences between the Vandal and Devastator?
So the Vandal has always been a very easy to ski, but not super capable freestyle ski. So if you're trying to ski fast, maybe the Vandal came up a little short. If you're skiing really variable terrain or some fresh snow, maybe the Vandal came up a little short. The Devastator, what we've learned from the Devastator the past year is that you can have a ski that's freestyle capable, but also can conquer the whole mountain. The Devastator is definitely a little more powder focused, right? It's rockered and wider underfoot. But like that style of skiing is very approachable to a lot of people. You don't have to be doing tricks to ski the Devastator. You can be ripping carvers, as we saw all week here at the summit. Like, people are enjoying that ski on piste, off piste, all over the mountain. So that style of skiing is what is really attractive to us at Forefront. Like, we want to be able to ski anywhere on the mountain and have a good time, but we're still not straying too far from our freestyle roots.
Got it. And so now the biggest thing, so that was Vandal versus Devastator. Now we have the Switch, and the idea is that basically the Switch compared to the Devastator, we now ought to have sort of diminished the distance between the stability of the two skis. That's the biggest thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a stronger, maybe more stable ski than the Vandal was.
Yeah, it's a step forward from the Vandal, but keeping those ideals of the ski, a cambered, narrower, all mountain freestyle ski in mind. Yep. So yeah, by keeping camber underfoot, we dropped it down to a 99, so it's a little more versatile for East Coast groomers on the West Coast, like a 6-inch day. Little more versatile, new core construction with aspen and maple and carbon fiber stringers, which is a combo that we've found to be very productive for skiing all sorts of terrain and being fun all over the mountain. Adjusted the tip and tail shape a bit, and then put multi-radius rocker in the tip and tail. So you still get that camber underfoot, but then as you go out towards the tip and the tail, a couple different rocker points to enable you to ski in powder or variable conditions.
Another kind of tough question. How much are you willing to call this Switch just a narrower Devastator?
I mean, it's a different style of ski, right? You're loaded with camber underfoot, about 5 mils of camber underfoot. So not as surfy maybe as the Devastator, a little more traditional feel when you're rolling over edge to edge, which a lot of people have trouble with the Devastator. Like, it's a different style of skiing. Once you adapt to it, people love it. But you don't get that turn initiation on a rockered ski like you do on a cambered ski. So we want to offer the same ideals from the Devastator, but in a ski that's more traditional shape, camber underfoot.
I think I'm out of my tough questions.
Survived.
Other than Kimmerle.
What's
this name? What's this about? Origin story.
Wow, we're doing a full Forefront origin story.
We
today. It's German.
Okay.
That's about all I got for you.
Okay.
I don't know if I've done the family tree.
How's your German?
Pretty bad.
Cool.
Pretty non-existent.
Okay.
Yeah.
That puts us. Well, then we will not have a conversation.
Do you speak German?
Nope. My reading. I have a decent reading ability in German, specifically 19th century German philosophy, which turns out isn't that helpful.
Yeah, not at all.
Because I couldn't. If I had to go get on a bus in Germany, I'd be straight out of luck. But if you needed to know anything about, Martin Heidegger's, phenomenological investigations and how that relates to Husserl,
I'll call you first.
You should call me for sure. And when that happens for you. So, okay. Well, I ask you about your name because in a minute here, we're going to talk to Nick Africano about another ski, and we're going to ask some questions about the Africano name. So, yeah. And then, then we're just going to talk to a guy named Eric.
If he shows up.
Yep. And, Eric is pretty straightforward. Yeah. So
that one's easy.
That one's pretty easy. So, well, hey, thank you for giving us the lowdown on the Switch. And again, fun skiing, particularly fun skiing Staircase today. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Introducing people to Staircase and.
That was a good first run. First introduction to Crested View.
That's right. Yeah. We got on top of Staircase, and I'm like, have you been here before? You're like, nope.
First run. Got off the plane last night.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, well, we all made it down, and here we are. So
here we are.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Cheers.
All right. Well, I am now here with Nick Africano.
That's right.
And the first question is, tell me about this name of yours.
Wow. Going straight to the last name, not skis, but
no.
I'm down. I'd love to. Let's open the floor.
Yeah.
Africano's Italian name. It's going to escalate here.
Okay.
It's from a Roman general named Scipio Africanus. who defeated Hannibal, who is the largest threat to the Roman Empire ever. And in doing so, he conquered much of northern Africa for the Roman Empire. And when he returned, they changed his family name to Africanus. And that's where my name originates from.
And it's okay, first of all.
I know, I told you it was a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I feel like we could unpack that history.
I have no other answer for you. That's.
And at some point, it was changed from Africanus to Africano.
Yeah, that's not clear.
You don't know when that happened?
That's blurry, yeah.
Okay. I feel a little embarrassed now because we did one of these Blister Summit panel videos with Matt Beers, from Dynastar. And I was like, Matt, congrats for having the coolest name in the ski industry.
Heck yeah.
I feel like you maybe just kind of... Matt doesn't have an origin story that is about like conquerors and the rest. So I don't know. Maybe we need to put it up to a vote. But Beers versus Africano, I think I'm giving you the nod.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd take Beers in the ski industry. I think that's pretty strong.
Nick Beers?
Nick Beers is pretty strong.
You could try that out. Maybe you and Matt switch last names.
Yeah, we'll try it out.
Okay. So what's the deal? I was just talking with Sam, and we were talking about the last time that we kind of all caught up. There was some big changes and shifts at Forefront, and you weren't even here yet.
That's right.
And look at you. You have graduated from not even in the Forefront conversation back in August to sitting here right now talking about the origins of your family name. This is...
Yeah, wow.
Congrats. Seems like it's all coming up aces for you right now.
Thanks. I'm stoked to be the new guy.
So when did you come on with Forefront?
I think about 5 months ago now. So right at the start of the busiest time of year, which is perfect.
Perfect.
And no better time to be thrown right into the fire. So that's great.
And tell me about your background other than your, impressive history of conquering rulers.
Yeah. I mean, Sam and I go way back, which is a big part of why I came to Forefront. And like our friendship came from skiing in the Jackson Hole backcountry and living there as ski bums, no other way around it. And we even lived together in Jackson too. So I think that was really important to both of us to working together. It was like we both were super dedicated to skiing and just skiing for so many years. And I worked for another brand and did marketing. And this winter, I couldn't help myself but join them and all the awesome stuff they have going on. I'll also say that I've been skiing Forefronts for a long time. So even though I'm new to the brand, I'm not new to like any of the ideas or what they're doing. I've been skiing on Forefronts for my whole life and huge fan of all the athletes. And it was really easy to join the company for sure. Okay,
over the last 5 years, which Forefront skis have you spent the most time on?
Oh yeah, the Raven. Just
no
like
way.
you, Jonathan.
You're not,
oh no, I'm not.
You're just lying to me now.
No, I'm not
You're
lying
buttering
to you.
up.
No, this is my third pair of Ravens. That's in my ski. And I've skied it all over. I mean, the East Coast to the West Coast trips. Like, I took it to BC last year. The Raven has been one of my favorite all-time skis, without a doubt.
I feel like he's just buttering up.
I'm not buttering you up.
I don't know.
I swear to God, I'm not buttering you up.
Wait, you're not skiing it in bounds. This is just as your touring ski.
It's
right?
as my touring ski.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't lie about that.
Okay.
Ask Sam.
It's true.
Biggest Raven advocate. Always have been.
Okay, because I was making some bold claims before we started here that I was the biggest Raven advocate. But maybe it's you. But I don't know that I've read your, 3,000 word review of it.
No,
so in that sense.
You got it. You got the title.
In that sense, I might win. Okay, Raven guy. This is going good for you so far.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, you like me now. Cool.
I feel like we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Ironically, though, we're not really here to talk about the Raven.
Nope.
We're here to talk about the MSP 107. What do you want to tell us about this thing?
Yeah, I mean, we chose this ski for this interview based on the Blister Summit. And this has been a ski for Forefront for a long time, but I just spent a week here skiing with people in Crested Butte and getting all of our skis out on snow, and this ski just like stood out for so many people. I even had one guy like walk into the area and like hold it up in the air and just like, this ski rules. Like he screamed it from across the parking lot. Like it was hilarious.
Did you capture that moment on video? Okay.
Maybe a little bit overkill, but he was right. I mean, like this ski is just a ripper ski and has done so well in this test. And, you know, it's been in a lot of reviews. A lot of people have skied it, but we want to keep highlighting it because it's such a great ski for so many people, especially blister readers. So,
yeah. And I will say, it's definitely been kind of a favorite ski among several of our reviewers and like closest friends. And it's really funny. This is kind of how we do it at Blister. Like I spent a bit of time on that ski, and then it kind of like somebody else grabbed it and it started cycling around to other reviewers.
Yep.
And whatever, like this is why we don't do like a 1 run or 2 run test. It's just not how we do things. But for whatever reason, and I honestly don't even remember what the conditions are like, or frankly, what the visibility was like when I skied it, but I was kind of in this like, it's okay. And then that was like the lowest or the like least enthusiastic response. And a number of our reviewers have bought that ski.
Yep.
And a number of friends of ours that we skied with today, have like that's their daily driver for this particular mountain.
Yeah.
And so for a while now, I've been a little busy like with this summit thing, but for a while now, it's been like, okay, I need to get back on this. Like I'm a little bit of the not odd man out, but I'm just like, I need to revisit this ski. And so I'm still looking forward to doing that very soon here. But when you say like it's a good ski for CB, like I can 100% verify that some of the best skiers on this mountain have been on that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So what do we want to say about this thing? In that 107 millimeter wide width underfoot, you kind of have your spectrum from like straightforward, pretty one-dimensional directional chargers that are very good at doing that one thing. And then, I mean, frankly, you've got, skis like the Forefront Devastator that roll far more toward that like fun playtime, more freestyle oriented ski. So how do you guys at Forefront think about or locate that MSP 107?
Yeah. I mean, I think you already said it, which is the fact that Forefront makes fun skis. Like we make skis that are playful and ski throughout the whole mountain, and you can just have fun on. And I think that's where the 107 shines, is the fact that we did make that cambered directional ski that is maybe traditional to a lot of skis, but it has that Forefront spirit in it. So yes, it's a cambered directional ski that for a lot of skiers feels comfortable, and like right away when you ski it, it feels comfortable. But then you start skiing bumps to the sides of the trail, and then you start catching a little air with it. And you're like, oh, this is a Forefront ski. Like, this is a ski that you can have fun on. And it does both those things. And I think that's why so many testers skied it after skiing a lot of different skis. And within one run, they're like, this is a fun ski. Like, this is a ski that I would buy. Because it is. It's a traditional ski, but it's got a lot of Forefront fun in it. And it's a playful ski. Like, it's a rad ski.
Did you just invent the phrase Forefront fun?
I think so. I think that's marketing. We're going to roll that right into marketing. Yeah.
TM that. Okay. Forefront fun. Cool. Anything else that people should know about this ski?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say that just like basic stats, it's a cambered ski. It's poplar with Titanol sheets in it, which we think is a perfect sweet spot. Like it's got the dampness of a metal ski, but you're not picking it up like, man, this is a hunker charger ski. And I think it finds that really good sweet spot for skiers.
What lengths is it available in?
It's available in a 187, a 181, and a 175. And we're also making it in a 170 for like a unisex sizing. I think that this is a unisex ski, without a doubt, in our MSP line specifically.
Tough question for the newer guy. Not many people have got this question right in these Blister Summit
Cool.
videos we've been shooting.
Probably get it wrong then.
What is the recommended mount point? How traditional of a mount point does this ski have? How progressive of a mount point? No one else from any other brand has gotten this right about their own skis, just for the record.
I don't have it. Fuck.
Perfect.
I couldn't pull it.
Oh, perfect.
I don't have it.
This is incredible to me. I mean, we're out there with our tape measure, like doing our like dork, tape measuring on this stuff. Okay.
I didn't even give you a bullshit answer. I'm just being honest. This is Blister.
All right.
I don't have it. I also just worked for 10 days. What the hell,
did.
man?
You did.
Why did you interview me last?
Well, because you're the new guy.
I had this in the beginning.
You did. You were doing great.
I studied this shit.
You were doing great. Well, fortunately, what people can do is go to blisterreview.com and look up, what we've written on this, where you will get exactly where, how far forward or how traditional of a mount point this MSP 107 has. Now, to be fair, if you had a gun to my head, I'm not confident I know the answer. It's between -7 and -9.
Yeah.
At least on the 187. And that might get adjusted a little bit depending on the length. I don't know. But blisterreview.com.
This is not buttering you up like the Raven thing, but I mean, that's legit why we love Blister. Like it is the most in-depth, honest reviews that we can interpret. And like, there's few reviews that come out that Sam and I jump to first, I think more than Blister. Like when you guys come out with something, we are reading it top to bottom, every single word. And it's been cool to be here and see the reviewers ski. Because like Blister reviewers, they ski really well. And it like instantly clicked for me why the reviews are so good, because it's not one lap top to bottom and review a ski. Like,
no,
it's like skiing and everything and in gnarly conditions and the chop and like, and I followed a lot of the reviewers through Staircase and like Rogue Runs, and I was like, yeah, this is like real skiing and real reviewing. And I mean, it means a ton to me. Like, it's cool. It's
been really fun for us. And I kind of knew with this, with this Blister Summit thing that I was really thinking about it, honestly, more from the point of view of like attendees coming in and getting to ski with some of us and sort of get a sense of different styles and that kind of thing. But I think I had been underappreciating the fact that like I had never skied with Sam before. There's been there's some of the folks I have skied with before and some I haven't. And I think for everybody, it's just like a couple things. Oh, this is the Blister Review crew. So one of our reviewers, appreciates a lighter, softer, more freestyle oriented ski. We've got other folks on the other end of that spectrum, but both to get a sense of like, okay, this is who's actually, this is the skier behind the words that you're seeing on the website.
Yeah.
But then also this is the mountain. And it's like, okay, so when they're talking about it does this in steep technical terrain, it's like, it's fairly steep technical terrain, right? And I'm really enjoying having, we've kind of just been like these names with words on a website for all these years.
Yeah.
And this summit is really allowing people to be like, oh, I don't know, he's either a really good skier or they're not as good of a skier as I thought or whatever. Or like this is the terrain that they're testing in. It strikes me that we're filling in a lot of the color for our reviews going forward. And I was just having this conversation with one of our attendees at the summit. When they go home now and are reading reviews, they're just going to have a much, much, much clearer sense of like, oh yeah, I know Drew. I skied with him. I know Jonathan. I know Luke. Yeah. And I know exactly where they're talking about. And I feel like, again, given that our primary mission is about consumer product information, and we just want to put better information out there and get the right people lined up with the right products, I think this summit thing is just going to help flesh that out and let everybody, it's really in service, I think, to that primary mission. And so hearing you say some of that stuff makes me feel good, because that was kind of the point.
Yeah, no, it means a lot to us. I mean, that's your philosophy on reviewing is our philosophy on designing skis. It's like we make smaller quantities of direct to consumer skis so that we can make really good quality skis that are fun to ski on. And that's what you guys are doing too. It's not a quick review. It's not a quick ski. It's like, no, this ski is a really well-built ski that's designed for this type of skier. And that's the same way we're designing skis. So I think it's like a really great partnership. We're stoked to be here at Blister Summit for that reason.